have our little playwright, Cristoforo. As a character, Cristoforo has been our main as well as recurring antagonist for Renacita, despite only being an NPC. Having multiple puppets and having casually appeared in front of us multiple times, his design isn't like an NPC's at all, aside from a couple key factors. From the front, he kind of just looks like the standing man emoji, but that's just the posing. His clothes are majorly red and black, with quite the noble vibe added to it, with the gold and white details. Aside from his hair being in a mom hairstyle, he does wear a mask we'll take off later with the power of Blender. Both sides are mirrored with bell sleeves and arguably no heels. Maybe. I can't really tell, bro's got them on. From the back, the most notable thing would be his sassy long cape and the little hairpin. Starting from the top, let's focus on his face first. Cristoforo wears a bird mask, or Venetian mask at all times, quite in theme for Renacita, which is black and gold. Fortunately for me though, I can rip off the mask against his will, showing his full face. I find, despite it lacking in detail to be a playable character, his eyes are really pretty due to the emerald shade of green they are. And just like the playable characters, he also has the full range of visual motion, which is quite nice. His hair, as I've mentioned, is the doomed mom hairstyle, but I think it looks really pretty on him, especially with the little feather hairpin in the back, as a little detail we also saw on Nestor. His hat also has much of the same feathers and is generally very similar to this mask, sharing the eyes and the 3 little details to the side. Otherwise, it just has text stripes and holes, which we see on all the Frexodus members anyway. The arms are completely mirrored, so let's look at one. They're honestly not too much to talk about, being majorly black but very flared out, ending in bell sleeves. Opening the black uppermost layer with this red and gold part, showing the white from his undermost shirt, which we'll look at in a second. Lastly, his hands, which are kind of maybe point 2 of why he's an NPC. Compared to recent models, his hands are very NPC-ish looking, quite plain and flat and not really shaded well, at least if he were to be playable. Moving to the body, and kind of point 3 as to why he's an NPC, his clothes barely have any extruded layering. Some things are extruded slightly to make them look like they're placed intentionally. For example, the shoulder pads or his cape, though unfortunately, most things, while they're very detailed, are indeed drawn on. But this would be an easy fix, quote unquote, if he ever does become playable with this model. He has his little aristocrat neck fluff, and generally at least visibly layered clothing with shading to make it look like it, with a softer underlayer you'd recognize from the sleeve, and an armor-looking middle layer, as well as a jacket on top. Yes, this is a jacket, which I'll show the back of in a second, because it's kind of cute, in my opinion. He wears shoulder pads with his affiliation, I believe, and a sash with a cool little tacit star on it. His white undershirt slightly sticks out down here, and the jacket is the most detailed, with gold and red lines around it. Going to the back, the sash continues thicker here, turning into his cape. The cape is slightly ruffled into 4 parts, made to look like these are 4 big feathers together with the ones at the end. The feathers themselves are quite interesting, having a tacit field looking mark inside of the black feathers with more golden detail. Also, the inside of the cape is red, while the outside is more techish black with gold details, holes and line. under it continues the jacket with the lines from the front, continuing all the way to the back and ending with a kind of penguin suit cut. It's so cute. The upper back is also more refined here, with lots of layering, 2 big tech holes, interestingly more extruded layers, and more white writing. Taking all of this off, you can see that our boy is unfortunately flat. He ain't beating Brand in the cheeks competition. The back honestly looks so good, and I'm kind of sad it's covered up by the cape, but oh well. Going down to the legs, the pants are nothing burgers once again, being majorly black with little gold buttons and similar 3 stripes to the mask and hat. The pants are stuffed into socks? Here comes the weirdest part of his design in my opinion. You see, his shoes are actually 2 parts. The top having more feathers in white this time, with red top lining and more tech stripes, but as we go down it stops here. This is what I meant with earlier, as the upper part goes into here, making the lowest part of the shoe look like sneakers. Regardless, this is much of the same though this time it's odd white writing on the back and front with no affiliation on the bottom of the shoe. Generally speaking, Cristoforo's design reminds me a lot of a bird. Aside from it being all over, of course, this kind of begs the question of what he really is. My theory personally, and of course being the best case for us fans, this model isn't the real overseer Cristoforo. I forgot if he's an overseer, but he plays an important role in the Fraxidus, alright? And he may just be another puppet, much like Nestor. Regardless, we'll have to see what happens to him in the finale. I hope you enjoyed, and have a nice day. Bye bye.